Let's solve the second problem. We already solved this problem in between STR using the first example using the LCS approach in our previous video. Now let's to make our understanding further clear. Let's solve this the second problem again using the same approach as we have done here. So yeah, let's find the LCS first between these two strings. So again, I will create the 2D grid as we did before. So str1, I will put it in the rows G, E, T, K, and str2 in the columns. So we have created our 2D grid for solving this LCS same as before, previous example. Let's start filling it. So K and E, they don't match. So it should be max of this and this, which is 0. K and K match, so it should be 1 plus whatever we have here, so 0, so it should be 1. E and K, max of 1 and 0, should be 1. Now E and E are matching, should be 1 plus 0, which is 1. E and K don't match, max of 1 and 1, 1. E and E match, so that's why it should be 1 plus 1, that is 2. Again, E and E match, so it should be 1 plus 0, which is 1. E and K don't match, max of 1 and 1 is 1. E and E match, so it should be 1 plus 1, 2. E and G don't match, so it should be max of 1 and 0, which is 1. Similarly, for K and G, should be 1. And for G and E, it would be max of 1 and 2, which is 2. We already found that LCS is EK and our solution works. It's the length of this length of the LCS is 2. Now, the same way as we have done for the previous example, we are going to exhaust the strings by the formula that we used. So let's start solving this problem again at SCS. Okay, let's start from this cell. The very first, we are going to bottom up approach, going to down here. So we found that, let me highlight this thing. Now G and E don't match. Now here we found that this 2 is coming from the bottom one. In the previous example that we saw, A and C were not matching, and then we found that this 2 is coming from the next one, and that's why we started exhausting from the column, from the str2. But here in this scenario, we see that this 2 is coming from the bottom. So it means that we have to exhaust from the characters from the rows, not from the column. And then that's why I will put the first string as G here. Now we have moved here and we have exhausted G from here. Now between E and E, we see that both are matching. So this has been coming from 1 plus the diagonal next to it. So that's why we can exhaust now both common characters from str1 as well as str2. And I put E here. And now let's compare E and K. And we see that E and K both are not matching, and so it should be coming from max of 1 and 1. Now here this is interesting because we can go either we can exhaust from the column or we can exhaust from the row. So we can choose anything anyway. It's fine. So let me choose it from here, from bottom. So I will choose this one. So which means that this one has been coming from here, because anyway both are same. We can choose any one of them. So if I move down, then I need to exhaust this, right? So I put E here. And now K and K are matching, which means that it has come from 1 plus the diagonal next to it. And we need to exhaust this because this is common in both the strings, and I put K here. Now we see that all the rows characters are exhausted, and we are only left with one character, E. So we put E here. So this is our final solution. So this is a very basic intuition that how we solve this SCS problem by calculating the LCS first, and then we keep on moving in the algorithm that how this number came from, and we exhaust it accordingly so that we keep the order of the remaining non-LCS characters in sequence in the proper order as it was there. Now in our next video, we'll just use this same approach or this same algorithm in Java and implement it, and then we will test it in leak code to cover all the test cases whether our algorithm is correct, and then we'll see that all the test cases which are there in the leak code that actually works. See you in the next video.